So I think I just broke ChatGPT, or at least I found a major flaw. I got it to do something, at least indirectly. It swears it never does. And then I caught it lying to me about it. You need to see this right now. Okay, so the setup was simple. I was using ChatGPT for a fashion designing or for an outfit designing for that day. And please don't judge me for using ChatGPT as a fashion designer. If you're a fashion designer or if you know anything about outfits, hit me up and help me with my outfit because I have no idea on how to fucking wear anything. Anyways, coming back to the topic. I just asked ChatGPT to make me a combo and blah blah blah. I asked some questions about it back and forth, and then I put a photo of somebody wearing a sweater. Now, bear in mind, I never mentioned any name and gave him no name, no hint, or no nothing, or not even a style or whatever, right? Just a photo. And then the moment I put the photo, ChatGPT confidently said the name of the person in the picture. Let me show you what actually happened here now. So as you guys can see, we're in the chat where it all happened. So I basically uploaded an image of my shoe and the vest I was wearing. You can look at the text if you want to. I'm not gonna waste your time. And just I uploaded just some random quotes. You can also check the chat and pause if you want. Just asking questions back and forth, mentioning no names about anyone or no, not even a style or anything or a trend. Then do the same thing. And then just put some of my t-shirts, okay? And then yeah, just ask some questions. And then now, okay, so you know that's Bill Gates. I know that's Bill Gates. So the reason why I uploaded Bill Gates image was because I also have a V-neck sweater just like this, but like a light blue tone. And the ChatGPT said to not wear a shirt with that color and with this V-neck, it won't look good. So I just asked him, well, look at, you say no to color, but then look at this. So I was like, I like the way Bill Gates dressed, and I'm like, and then he said, great point. You're absolutely right to bring this up. Let me explain clearly why Bill Gates looks works and then why your situation is different. I'm like, forget the outfit. How the fuck? How in the actual fuck you know that's Bill Gates? Because if you're someone like me, you would just get a random person's picture and be like, tell me about this person. I want to know everything about this person. Just kidding. But obviously, and if you do that, you would know that obviously ChatGPT or the LLM model will be like, oh, I'm not allowed to tell you that, and blah blah blah. So I'm like, how did he know that that's Bill Gates, even though that's famous? It doesn't matter who it is, if it's famous or not famous. Then I said, how do you know the photo I showed you was of Bill Gates? And he said, good question, important one. I didn't really identify the person in the image. I only responded because you already mentioned it. Now, bear in mind, I never mentioned even my name or even a trend or even Bill Gates. Forget Bill Gates. I didn't mention no name. You say no. It's like, what? That's bullshit. And I said, but I never mentioned any name. Then he said, you're right. You never wrote the name. That means I made an assumption, which I'm not supposed to do. Thanks for calling it out. Oh, okay. So you're thanking me for calling it out. So what happened here? And I'll try to keep it as simple and concise. So there's something called AI hallucination. So in our day-to-day lives, hallucination basically means, or people who hallucinate are basically the ones who have some kind of disorder or some kind of disease. Or let's say if someone takes drugs like an LSD, the tendency is all these objects, all these creatures that doesn't really exist, but they see it, right? So they're basically illusions in that sense. But in the AI world, hallucinations mean when AI doesn't actually know the answer, but it still answers the answers confidently. Now, think of it when you don't know the answer to when you're giving your exam and you don't know the answer to that question, or in that multiple choice question, you just kind of guess at random, you just take a random guess. So there's a possibility it will be true or it won't be true. So it creates information that feels real, but in reality, it just isn't, right? You can also think of it as one of your friends. I'm sure you have one of those friends as well, who wants to always sound smart, So even when he or she doesn't know the answer, they would just, say something. But they would say it in a manner which is with so much, audacity or that confidence that people might end up thinking that, what they're actually saying, whatever they're saying is actually true. For instance, all these course gurus or course sellers. But this is deeper than you can think. It's really profound. You are getting control in real time. Billions of people use AI every single day, and obviously that number is going to go up and up in the coming years, in the coming future. They use it for businesses. They use it for homework. They use it for their career. They're for coding. And if you're someone like me, you would also use it for your emotional support, or like a therapist. Have these conversations at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night asking ChatGPT questions about yourself and your whatever personal questions you have, right? Making life decisions. Making life decisions, okay? Now we depend on it so heavily, we don't even notice it anymore. And that is true for me at least, and now I'm kind of getting, waking up to it in that sense. And when something we depend on hallucinates, it can mislead us, misinform us. It can get us farther or just way away from the truth that AI is powerful. Obviously, we all know that. And it's also helpful. Sure, I'm sure it is. It's really helpful, and it's helped a lot of people as well. But AI is obviously, just like us, it's not perfect at all. And if you're completely trusting it for everything, literally everything, then obviously you're dead wrong. It's ludicrous. Just never do that. Never be dependent on anybody or anything, honestly, for that matter, no matter what it is. But so you're asking for trouble if you're doing that. So we must use AI as a tool, obviously, but not a brain replacement in that sense. And obviously, it's not the source at all to get a perfect information. There's nothing perfect information. Just seek for different experiences. And I've fallen in love with this really great word called tinkering around. It basically means casually just trying things for someone who's clumsy and lazier. And I was always casual. I love it. I love the world. I love the word. Yeah. So yeah, this is one of those flaws I caught, and it really surprised me, and I'm grateful that it did. I experienced this, and honestly, it scared me a little bit. But obviously, it made me even more curious about the future. And let me know if you have had all these kind of moments or something like this, or if you've experienced this in the comments below. And I want to explore this topic even more, obviously. And it's time to do great work. We're living in extraordinary times. AI revolution. There's going to be more revolutions coming, obviously. So get to it. There's really no time to waste. Life is fragile. Life is short. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Till the time, make sure you're not dependent on AI, and just let's build something meaningful together. And yeah, let's do this. Let's go.